Eobard Thawne, also known as the Reverse Flash, is one of the primary antagonists in the Flash series on the CW. Introduced in Season 1, he is a speedster from the future and one of Barry Allen's most dangerous enemies. His character is defined by his genius-level intellect, complex motivations, and deep hatred for Barry Allen. Eobard Thawne is supposedly from the 22nd century and was once a scientist obsessed with Barry Allen and the Speed Force. Initially a fan of the Flash, Thawne's admiration turned into jealousy and hatred when he learned he was destined to become Barry's enemy. He creates a version of the Speed Force for himself and becomes the Reverse Flash, mirroring Barry's powers. Thawne is responsible for one of the most traumatic events in Barry's life, the murder of his mother, Nora Allen. By traveling back in time and killing Nora, Thawne sets Barry on the path to becoming the Flash, creating a twisted cycle of hero and villain. In Season 1, Eobard Thawne disguises himself as Dr. Harrison Wells, a renowned scientist and founder of STAR Labs. Under this guise, he mentors Barry while secretly manipulating him to grow faster and stronger, intending to use his speed to return to the future. Thawne is calculating, ruthless, and highly intelligent, often staying several steps ahead of his opponents. He is charismatic yet terrifying, capable of both cold-blooded murder and moments of twisted vulnerability. His obsession with Barry Allen drives much of his character arc, as he alternates between hating Barry and needing him. Throughout the Flash series, Eobard Thawne repeatedly returns as a recurring threat, embodying the concept of an eternal nemesis. His mastery of time travel allows him to constantly reinvent his schemes, making him nearly impossible to defeat permanently. Thawne's presence is pivotal to the overarching narrative of The Flash, as his actions not only define Barry's journey as a hero but also serve as a reminder of the destructive power of obsession and hatred. Here we will have a chronological timeline from Eobard Thawne's point of view. 1. Eobard Thawne makes his first appearance in Season 2 and then he is sent back to the future. 2. The Reverse Flash finds out the Flash's real identity, which at some points leads both of them back at the beginning of Season 1. 3. As Eobard prepares to deliver the finish strike against Nora Allen, Season 3 Flash intervenes and saves his mother, effectively creating Flashpoint in the process. 4. Some time later, Barry decides to undo Flashpoint because of time catching up with them being in a reality where Barry Allen is no longer the Flash. 5. Having learned through unknown means that he is the engine behind the Flash's creation. Eobard spends 15 years of his life as Harrison Wells. 6. This time around Eobard constructs the Speed Force Lab. 7. When Eddie Thawne killed himself, Eobard might have used a hidden Tachyons portal or created a similar Speed Force tether device like the one engineered by Cisco in Season 3 when Barry Allen entered the Speed Force. 8. Eobard Thawne then returns back to the past and brings the past Barry back to the present of Season 3, evidenced by the lack of beard. 9. Eobard Thawne is now chased by the Black Flash for being a temporal anomaly. 10. Black Flash captures him and sends him into the Speed Force as prisoner. 11. At the beginning of Season 4 on The Flash, Barry escapes from the Speed Force, helped by Team Flash. Eobard Thawne uses this as an opportunity and follows his arch-nemesis. 12. Then Eobard sets his attention to Earth X for some unknown reason and donning the face of Harrison Wells again. 13. Then we meet Eobard Thawne again in the future of 2049 working with Barry's daughter to free himself. 14. Later on he becomes the avatar of the negative Still Force and kickstarts the Armageddon. 15. Thawne gets stopped. The timeline is changed back to normal. He is sent to Argus prison. 16. He is then taken by Eddie Thawne from the timeline at some point and joins the other big baddies. 17. Eddie gets defeated and Thawne ends up in Legends as the Timekeeper, and then he becomes the Eobard that Mina Doan would fall in love with on The Flash after attempting to consume the negative forces but disintegrating in the process. 18. And it ends with the evil past version of Eobard ripping through him and effectively destroying him, who also happens to be the Eobard from Point 17 who lost his connection to the negative Speed Force in Point 15.